Good morning, gamers. Welcome back again with the shopping. Really? Shopping? Yeah. Yes, they went shopping again. This time they had a reason. I am the AMDM Lee. Well, this is my cup of coffee, and you're watching BridgeWater Nights. Oh, that's a little warm. Okay, it's a little hot. All right, so as we left off with our heroes, they had gone into the sewers, find out where this undead beholder that was an illusion that looked like a dragon came from, because they'd already ransacked Blaze's house, Hamelita's house. Went into the sewers as A, part of an escape plan, as an alibi, B, to see if that's where it came from. So they've spent 4 days down in the sewers. They make their way out. They make their way back to Lord Zachariah's house. Zachariah. And he gives them some items to help them along in their quest. And says, you're going to be needing these because you have been conscripted to go to the city of Longstreet. Upon asking why, it's because Hamelita has convinced Prince Kalian that they are the perfect people to deal with the problem of the missing council members in the city of Longstreet. Now, Longstreet is a city of magic. Almost every citizen of Longstreet has some sort of magic to them. Some of it's just minor cantrips, but if you want to learn magic and you are serious, you go to Longstreet is magic capital. They have a couple of schools here and there, the largest being in BridgeWater. It has its own district there, which is based upon the city. So before they go on their quest, they go shopping. You know, when you have a game, it's a 3-hour game, and you have so much planned out, and the players decide to go shopping, it can really eat into your game time. That's okay. Luckily, this is a steady group, so shopping really isn't an issue unless you're doing videos every week to tell a story. So they go shopping. They get a few loose ends, items here and there. Get their prices. They meet up with a nice little. They find a new magic shop on the nicer side of town, over near Lord Zachariah's place. Well, over near Longstreet, actually. And it is they move into it, a few of them notice something odd. It looks like just a regular giant wizard's tower, and it has a sign that hangs down, and it's just floating there. And the sign is of a bale of like hay that's on fire, and there are 2 red eyes peeking out of the flames, and it's all animated on this wooden sign. The wooden sign is just floating there. Nothing, no chains holding it up. So they notice something, a few of them notice something odd, that this, while it looks like a wizard's tower, as they look at it closely, they realize that's an illusion. And those that can see through this notice that it's actually just a really, really nice building. It's still just as extravagant as a wizard's tower would be, but the wizard's tower is Dun, dun, dun. And then it's very posh on the inside. As they move inside, they realize this is a very posh style wizard's shop. Everything is almost, there's several bookshelves that are maybe 4.5 foot, 5 foot tall. You can easily see over them. Most of the characters can easily see over them. And the place is just lined with them. There's potion bottles, and it's all done like alphabetically and just perfectly anally set up. And so as they walk in, they start looking through some of the stuff, and they hear "Can I help you?" Which Desiree immediately thought it was kind of snotty and said no. It just goes back to doing what she was doing. Then she realized that this guy was just trying to be helpful, I think, and Desiree ends up playing it off like, these ruffians that are with me, be gone with you, go outside and wait. I apologize for all of my, and he says, oh, this is quite fine, this is quite fine. Is there anything I can help you with? So they end up talking about some bartering, and Desiree realizes this shit's expensive, because it's expensive. But the individual is an impeccably dressed, well-made suit. He's a tiefling. Very, very posh place. Very nice suit. Yes, sir. Oh, yes, ma'am. Just very, very nicely well-dressed. Very polite. Very proper. She makes a couple of transactions for some gold, or has some gold, makes some transactions for a couple of spells to add to the spell book. Then this individual is Zevin Bellfire, thus the bale that is on fire. And this is Bellfire's magic shop. So they proceed to do this. They finally make it over to the Longstreet, to the university, inside the university, and they teleport using a magic circle in the university to Longstreet, the city. Otherwise, it would have been a very long trip. So they get into the city, where they are greeted by a Goliath by the name of Chion. They come to find out Chion is one of the members of the city council, one of the surviving members of the city council. The city council in Longstreet is made up of 5 individuals, and this video is already almost 8 minutes long. So it's 5 individuals. Another surviving member is Serial, who has a workshop. The individuals that are missing is Baracus, who is a musician, entertainer. No one realized he was missing for a couple of days. Vari Lilrith, who owns a shop in town, and Lithandis. She is the head of the Wizards Council, and also the mother of a former member of the BridgeWater Knights. She has gone missing. They start their search, and they find out that the city has a weird feel to it, especially for one of our characters who is the living embodiment of magic. The magic feels, instead of being a direct current that he normally is used to, it is more of an alternating current. The city design was designed a certain way to allow magic to work differently, which allows for this alternating current. How will this play out with their magic abilities? We'll see in the future, in the next game. But they decide to look into it. And Lathandis was last seen entering the house. The house is a haunted, magical house that changes its location within the city, which Longstreet is one long street that spirals in. And what the house does, it swaps its position with another house within the city randomly. They just swap positions. So your address is never permanent. There's a possibility that it can change. And she was last seen entering this house. So the players have done some investigation, and now they are on their way to see the last locations of the other NPCs, of the other missing people, doing some investigation work. And that's where I ended the game. We'll see how that, we'll see how that takes up in this next episode. At least there won't be any shopping. 2 episodes of shopping's too many. Should be 2 episodes, then shopping. Not an episode shopping, episode. That's all I got for now, guys. If you like these videos, please click on the like button. If you think someone else would like them, please click on the share button. Every like's an inspiration, every share is an advantage, and every subscription is an experience point. Help me gain 300 experience points so I can get to 2nd level. And as always, for every video that you share, the AMDM does hereby authorize you to gain 10 experience points. Just tell your DM the AMDM said so. And that is all I have for now. So, my good friends, go forth and roll some dice.